starts here. The road paved by pain, sacrifice, and struggle. The road paved by passion and pursuit. The road where dreams come true. On this road, many will fail, and on this road, many dreams will fade. But as for you, what will be your fate? When there are seconds left and you are running on fumes, will you be satisfied with almost? Or will you dig down into the dirt, take one more step and make one more play, knowing that good enough isn't good enough? And all the blood, sweat, and tears have brought you to this moment, the moment where pain turns to greatness. On this road, nothing is given, everything is taken. On this road, winners will rise to the top, heroes will be made, and on this road, champions will be
Good morning on this Sunday. The Michigan State Youth Soccer Association Fall State Cup continues. And this is our girls U18 championship match featuring Midwest United and the Michigan Jaguars. The Michigan State Youth Soccer Association Incorporated is a nonprofit organization that represents over 90,000 plus youth soccer players, 10,000 plus coaches, and 6,000 plus referees throughout Michigan. MSYSA consists of a vast number of leagues that register players, both boys and girls, from ages 4 through 19 throughout the state, and it is a member of the United States Youth Soccer Association and the United States Soccer Federation. This weekend, the U14 through 19 girls participating, 186 teams that were registered for this tournament. The champions of these matches here today will advance to compete in Indiana in June of 2018, and the champions of those regional championships will go to the national championships in Frisco, Texas next July in 2018. Today the Michigan Jaguars and Midwest United square off. Midwest United getting here with a 2-1 win over Nationals Tri-County yesterday. They were a second place finisher at the 2017 U.S. Youth Soccer National Finals. And Michigan Jaguars, a 2-0 winner yesterday over Canton Celtic. They were a semifinalist in last year's MSYSA State Cup. Both these teams looking for a title here today. Midwest United in blue, and the Michigan Jaguars will be in green and black. Starting lineups for both teams today. First for the Michigan Jaguars. Their starters will be Riley Schultz, Lauren Calhoun, Anna Fabric, Sarah Ash, Raina Edwards, Alexandra Kobikoff, Alexis Chatreau, Rachel Swigard, Sophie Bubnar, Larissa Barnett, and the goalkeeper is Callie Rich. On the other side for Midwest United, it's Natalie Graff, Rebecca Mindling, Megan Prisby, Samantha Williams, Grace Avery, Grace Johnson, Macy Hollingsworth, Brianna Probst, Alexis Ponstein, Lainey Peasley, and the goalkeeper is Emma Yoder. Midwest United in the blue uniforms, royal uniforms. They will go left to right in the first half, and the Michigan Jaguars are in the green with black. As I said, they will go right to left. Matt Park with you from the Ultimate Sports Arena in Pontiac, Michigan, host of this year's Fall State Cup for girls, U14 through 19. This is the U18 championship match. And we are underway. Midwest United with the early possession. We try to work it back and now sent ahead. Brought in there. Turning with it, Lainey Peasley. This ball is flicked forward into the box. Dangerous there and cleared out by Riley Schultz. It'll be a corner kick opportunity, though, for Midwest United here early in this match. Samantha Williams will take the corner. Taking it in towards the near post. It's punched out of there by the goalkeeper, headed down, and then cleared off the line. Dangerous opportunity for Midwest United. They are fortunate. The Michigan Jaguars are to have not conceded a goal there. It was Lauren Calhoun who cleared the ball off the line. Peasley in the middle to Grace Johnson. Grace Johnson spinning with it. Sends it forward with the left foot. Collected there by Ponstein. Ponstein one-on-one. Moves to her left. Nice slide tackle out of there by Schultz. Sophie Bubnar sends it down the field now. Early action controlled by Midwest United. They've had a couple of good looks. And they've got it back here as they work in the midfield. All the way across. Taken in there and sent ahead. Looking for Williams. It's taken away by Larissa Barnett. Now turned over to Grace Johnson. Johnson starts forward. Johnson sends it back. Over it goes to Williams. Williams turning one-on-one. To her right. This ball is deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Barnett for the Jaguars. It'll be a throw-in. for Midwest United. Grace Avery to throw it in. Wanted to go up the near side. No, wait a minute, we've got a little bit of a injury situation. Player from the Michigan Jaguars trying to stretch things out. And she may have to come off the field right now. It's going to be Alexis Chatreau, who is the player who's got an issue. And the trainer will have to come out and take a look at Chatreau. Play was held up there for a moment while Chatreau tried to make her way to be able to continue. But ultimately, the training staff having to come and check in on her. So Chatreau will head to the sideline. It looks like we'll have an early replacement for her. I think, anyway. Barry Scott is the head coach of the Michigan Jaguars club. It's Stephen Herdsman who coaches Midwest United. For the moment, with Chatreau being looked at, the Jaguars will be a player down along the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Barnett. Again, that was Samantha Williams trying to work. Grace Avery to throw it in. It's out of bounds, last touched by the Jaguars once again. And now we will have a substitution coming in for Chatreau. It will be Elizabeth Ferguson. So back to 11 on 11 now. Here in the early going of this one. Just in the 5th minute of play here. And here's Ferguson right back into the game, and she has it. A little give and go worked at midfield. And Midwest United able to recover, but just too far on the back pass. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Michigan Jaguars. Barnett will come forward to throw it in. Brought down by Rachel Swigard. Swigard tried to work through the defense, lost it. Calhoun now from the back line sends it all the way forward into the box, and the goalkeeper, Yoder, will have a touch on it there. Yoder boots it to midfield. Flicked on with the head. Calhoun back to grab it. Plays it into the box to her own keeper, who gave it away. And a long shot with the keeper offline was deflected. And able to get back to it was Callie Rich. Rich with a long boot all the way into the attacking half of the field. Little spin there, and trying to chase it down was Bubnar. She was unable to reach it before it got to the bench. Midwest United, a little overhead volley from Grace Johnson. Johnson tries to work for it. It goes out of play. Throw in for the Jaguars. Turned over at midfield. And now a steal by the Jaguars, and they look to turn with it. Sending it ahead for Ferguson. Ferguson gathers it there. Plays it to a streaking player from the back line. That was Barnett coming up. Good defense knocking it out for Midwest United. Throw in from the near side. Goes into the box. Midwest United will have to clear it out. And they do. Now it's Calhoun at midfield. Settles it over to Sarah Ash. Ash ahead for Ferguson. It's out of her reach and over the out-of-bounds line. Throw in for Midwest United. Headed back out of play by Sarah Ash. They'll throw it in again. Another head This one brought down by Ferguson at midfield for the Jaguars. Tap back into their own half to Calhoun. Calhoun will slide it at midfield, turns it over. Ball loose, taken by Grace Johnson for Midwest United. Her pass is out of the reach of Williams and out of bounds. Neither side has been particularly dangerous yet. Here's a throw into Ferguson. Gets it off the flick of the head. Ferguson tried to turn it back for Swigard and turned it over instead. Now pass up to Williams. Williams with Ferguson hustling back for the defense. Barnett takes it away. It finds the foot of Peasley in the middle. Now a slide across as Midwest United tries to build up the attack. Good hustle back and a tap by Bubnar. And now racing in Fabric, and a Fabric will clear it away. Actually had it stolen over there. It's going to be a cross into the box. It's loose. Keeper is out. Saved off the line twice. Oh my goodness gracious. Twice saved off the line by a Michigan Jaguars defender. That was number 8, Sarah Ash, who twice stopped a goal. Midwest United had a couple of tremendous looks and couldn't score. Sarah Ash saving her keeper. Midwest United comes back the other way, trying to build up the attack through the midfield. Still with it. And now a drive that is blocked. That was Ponstein's shot that didn't get through. Jaguars able to clear it ahead over midfield. Back they come now. Winning the ball at midfield for the Jaguars. Into the center to Fabric. Quick touch to Kobakov. Slides it left wing for Ferguson. Ferguson looks for an angle. Goes to the middle. Ferguson tried to tap with the right foot. It was knocked away. Kobakov comes up and has it swiped. Calhoun with a deflection at midfield. Stops a potential attack for Midwest United there. Here's a pickup on a turnover at midfield. Peasley. That was not Peasley. It was Macy Hollingsworth sending it ahead. It was knocked away. Now to the back line to Brianna Probst. Up front for Ponstein. Turning. Ponstein drives one off the defender, Riley Schultz, and out of play. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for Midwest United. Well, we've seen 3 times already in this match where a defender on the goal line has kept a potential goal out. The Michigan Jaguars back line doing a tremendous job of helping out their keeper, Callie Rich, when she's gotten out of position. Here's a swinging kick in towards the near post, and it's headed out by Riley Calhoun, or Lauren Calhoun, rather. And we'll do it again. It's Ponstein to take the corner. Ponstein this time drives it high towards the back post. It'll go all the way across, saved in by Williams, and now a quick left-footed shot from Grace Johnson is wide of the near post. Still scoreless, and the Michigan Jaguars are fortunate that that's the case. Callie Rich to boot it away. Headed back, and now headed down and out by Riley Schultz. Throw in for Midwest United. Up the side, flicked on with the foot. And nearly played with a handball there. No call, and here comes the Michigan Jaguars trying to build the attack ahead. Quick touch and then tripping up was Rachel Swigard, and they will say she was tripped by a defender from Midwest United. So it'll be a free kick opportunity for the Michigan Jaguars in the attacking half of the field. Sarah Ash, who is the hero, saving 2 shots on the goal line, will take the free kick. With the left foot, drives it in, and fielding it on one hop, the keeper, Emma Yoder. Calhoun with a header in her own end. Tries to fight back for it. It's sent on and knocked down in the center circle. Turned over to Midwest United. We play on. Williams against Barnett. Tries to turn the corner on her. Barnett keeps the angle. Williams just blasted off the chest of Barnett and out of play for a throw-in. Larissa Barnett has had a lot of work in that end of the field against Williams. There's a ball just bounded back in. Callie Rich will come up and get it. Rich is committed to Grand Valley State University, nearby where she is from, on the west side of the state. Grand Valley and Allendale, this Midwest United FC club based out of Grand Rapids. Here's the Michigan Jaguars with an opportunity. Taken away as Raina Edwards was knocked down. Here comes Midwest United. They try to build the attack. Sending it forward, cleared out of there by Ash once again. Kobakov, now Calhoun, and Calhoun will fire it up the right side. Towed down there by Prisby, who makes a nice move around the defender. Megan Prisby brings it ahead. Prisby still on her foot. Slides it in the middle. This is Macy Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth with a long drive. It is just over the bar. Callie Rich looked like she was in position there. That ball just sailing about a foot over the crossbar. Rich now to goal kick into the middle circle. Michigan Jaguars able to win possession. Barnett, nice left foot ahead, right onto the toe of her teammate, Rachel Swigard, who was unable to corral that pass. Out it goes for Midwest United. Long throw in. Barnett heads it down. Ball won there by Midwest United. Grace Johnson spinning with it. Sends it back to her own middle to Prisby. Quick touch on the midfield. Natalie Graff runs on it. Now up the left side, Brianna Probst. Probst looking forward for Ponstein. It's not there. Ball played back near midfield, taken in there by Midwest United. And a miscommunication there. Williams out wide on the flank. Didn't end up cutting towards the goal. That's where the pass went. And a misconnection. Macy Hollingsworth trying to find her teammate there. We're going to have a substitution for the Michigan Jaguars. Raina Edwards coming off. They've already lost one of their starters, Rebecca Chatreau, and to leave with an injury early. Now Edwards comes off. Trying to turn with it here is Swigard, and does. Swigard brings it the other way. Mason Finneck just in the game. Racing up the middle of the field. They were trying to connect with her and couldn't. Here's Grace Johnson the other way for Midwest United. There are three back for Michigan Jaguars as it's brought all the way in. Cut to the middle. A shot is going to be blocked and then cleared out of play by Rachel Swigard. So a lot of defenders that have blocked shots in this game. For Michigan Jaguars, their defense has been stout. Officials now having a quick discussion on the far side about what I'm not sure. No score. 16th minute. Throw in now for Midwest United from in front of the Michigan Jaguars bench. Barry Scott, the head coach, is still over there talking to the referee about something. Here's Calhoun. And unable to be headed and kept in play. There'll be another throw in. That was Sophie Bubnard trying to keep it in. Throw in, a little flick on. That was good idea by Alexis Ponstein. Knocked out of play by Michigan Jaguars. Another throw in. This one gets right to Natalie Graff. Back it goes. Now played across the middle and headed there out of danger by Kobakov. And coming to pick it up, the goalkeeper, Rich. Here's Ferguson. Nice move. Ferguson's got a little space. Cutting across the middle. Tried to play a ball through, and it was deflected by Prisby hustling back. Now to Samantha Williams. Williams flicks it on down the right side. Macy Hollingsworth giving chase. Hollingsworth can't get there, and Ash will just set up a screen, allow that ball to go over the end line, and set up a goal kick for her teammate. Still looking for the first goal of this match. Rich will slide it over on the wing. Ash sends it ahead. Brought in there with a nice move by Swigard, who was knocked down and a foul. Ash will come up to take this free kick from just shy of the midfield stripe. Drives it with the left foot. Into the middle of the field, headed on there. And over to the left. Chasing it down will be Ferguson on the side. Ferguson has it for the Jaguars. Good find to Swigard. Swigard with a driving shot off a defender. Now it's Fennick. And her second try is wide of the goal. It was Megan Prisby who had it hit her right in the middle near the spot. Fennick didn't have a whole lot of time to get a shot off. And her effort was weak and wide. Maybe the best opportunity so far in the first half for the Michigan Jaguars right there. Emma Yoder to kick it away, the goalkeeper. She will play her college soccer at Slippery Rock next year. Slippery Rock, Division II university in Pennsylvania. There's a loose ball near midfield. Calhoun shoves down the Midwest United player, and it'll be a free kick there. Calhoun, another player who will be playing college soccer. She'll go to Indiana State University, play for the Sycamores down in Terre Haute. Just about the halfway point of this opening half, no score. Midwest United with a long ball into the box. It's flicked down with a head. Samantha Williams will chase it. Williams turns, crosses, knocked down by Barnett, collects and bounces it ahead. Now it's Ferguson up the left sideline. Ferguson, and the defender there will just knock it out of play. Grace Avery stops any potential run there. A throw in for the Michigan Jaguars. Barnett will do the honors. Long ahead, off the head of Fenech into the middle of the field. Good settle there. And the Jaguars with a nice cross out to the outside of Ferguson. One-on-one. Ferguson makes a nice move. Drives a low shot with the right foot, curling towards the near post. And swallowed up there by Yoder, who was in great position. But now the Jaguars have started to be a little bit more dangerous. They take the turnover here. Swigard. She's got room. Swigard through midfield. Tried to tow it forward and had it intercepted, and now Midwest United looks to build. Long ball played ahead. Calhoun able to swipe it. Lauren Calhoun starts Michigan Jaguars back the other way. Ball played back to Calhoun in the middle. Turns with a left foot. Lost it. And that ball was attempted to be cleared out, and she cleared it into the back of her teammate. Now Williams for Midwest United. Tries to flick it forward against Barnett, who can't save it. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Midwest United. Early opportunities all came for Midwest United. Last couple of really good chances have been for the Michigan Jaguars. Here's Ferguson with it again. Ferguson tried to tow it past the defender. Now looks to work and turn the corner, and it's knocked out of play. Good work on the defensive end there by Grace Avery. Larissa Barnett to throw in. Neck, able to get a foot on it, tries to turn it to the middle, cannot, loses possession to Hollingsworth. Now it's Peasley. Peasley plays a through ball. And Ponstein just couldn't quite get on top of that. It was cleared out by Riley Schultz. It'll be a throw in for Midwest United, deep in the attacking third. We try to go in deep near the corner. That was Peasley turning around, unable to get it much on it. Ball cleared out near midfield. A couple of players go for it. It's won by Midwest United. Pass ahead, wide, Barnett, Ferguson. Ferguson with some fancy footwork. Into the middle it goes, now passed ahead, and Ferguson's going to try to chase that down and just unable to get there as it bounds out of play. Still looking for the first goal of the match, scoreless. Just past the halfway point, or near the halfway point rather, of this 45-minute first half. Here's Barnett keeping it in with a head. United wins it, a flick on from Johnson. Now Calhoun. Peasley tries to head it down. Turning with it, Fabric. Gave it away. Macy Hollingsworth runs on it in midfield. Hollingsworth with a back heel pass for Natalie Graff. On the left side, Graff outside the box. Approaching the line. Will just fire it off the defender out of play. It was Fabric back there. There was really no room. But she sets up a corner kick opportunity for Alexis Ponstein in Midwest United. 2 45-minute halves we will play in this game. If the game is tied after that, we'll go to 2 15-minute overtime periods. Here comes Ponstein's free kick. Curling into the middle. Off the head of a couple of players. Out it goes. Avery couldn't really settle it to get a good touch on it. Now they fight for it. It comes away to Ferguson. Ferguson cuts back to the middle. Tries to send a long cross up the right side. It's intercepted. Pass through looking for Williams. And good defense by the Jaguars. Barnett settles it down ahead to Ferguson. Ferguson with a quick cut to her right. Ferguson with a cross. Middle of the field. Nobody home. Swigard, however, will come up with it to Bubnar. Bubnar working to the right against Probst. Bubnar hesitates. Bubnar still with it. Tries to work through. Turns on Probst. Fires into the box. Off the head of Fennick. And then cleared out. Midwest United now with a chase. They've got a 3-on-3 opportunity if they can hold it in. Racing up the left sideline. Cutting to the middle. Switching it out there to the middle to Hollingsworth. Williams is wide right. She'll get it there. Williams crossing and just over the head of Peasley. The flag was not up. This Michigan Jaguars squad has 7 players that have committed to play college soccer next year. Midwest United has 4 at this point. The better chances early for Midwest United with a goalkeeper off the line, but a couple of huge saves from a defender, Sarah Ash. Ball sent ahead into midfield. Swigard can't come up with it. Hollingsworth took it away. Her pass through, knocked down by Calhoun. Cleared back by Fabric, headed on by Fennick. That was a nice, nifty effort there by Bubnar with a quick touch, but it's turned back away from her. Bubnar will save it along the far side, one-on-one against Probst. Bubnar tries to take her wide. A little speed, now a stop and a cutback. Fancy there, she's able to cut it back with a left foot. Right foots it into the box, and it's cleared out of there by Midwest United. Lauren Calhoun will go all the way to the near side, or the far side rather, to bring that in and send it back to her goalkeeper, Rich. Pressure coming up from Peasley, back to Calhoun. Drives one hard up the middle. Stolen there. And now Fennick wins it back for the Jaguars. Up the right side, Fabric, and that is banged out of bounds off the far wall. Rebecca Mindling clearing that one out. '28th minute here in this first half. No score. There's Fennick. Into the middle. Fabric couldn't quite collect it. Ferguson, though, will have a shot to run it down at the top of the box. Ferguson with a nice move turns the corner. Ferguson with a left foot bangs it off the defender. Avery out of play. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for the Michigan Jaguars. So a set piece here. Looking for the breakthrough goal, both sides. Will want the early advantage. Here comes the free kick. Low towards the near post and out of bounds. They'll say off the defender for Midwest United, so another chance for Fabric. Anna Fabric taking these corner kick opportunities. A lot of traffic, a lot of movement out in front of the net right now. Comes Fabric again. This is a high arcing drive, punched out of there. Nice work by Yoder, the goalkeeper. And this will bound all the way out of play. A throw in for Midwest United, but good work there by Yoder to punch that ball that was dangerous out of the box. Sent back in quickly. Fennick tries to run underneath it. Shielded out of there by Raina Edwards. By Megan Prisby. And the ball out of play to the Michigan Jaguars. Fennick again in tight. Little give and go. Nice work there. Back for Fennick. Just inside the box. Midwest United able to clear that dangerous one out. Calhoun pushing up. She wins the ball away. Calhoun with a long drive. High and wide of the post to the left. Looks like Midwest United will make a couple of changes. Samantha Williams will come off along with Brianna Probst. Williams has been pushing forward up the right flank pretty consistently here this morning. New players in, Hannah Bowling. Also Maya Cole. Here are the Jaguars. Fennick tries to turn and send it ahead for Bubnar up the right side. It's cleared out of play by Natalie Graff. Throw in for the Michigan Jaguars. Starting to see a little bit more push towards that end of the field. Throw in bounces over the head of a couple of players for the Jaguars. Then it's taken in and crossed. Fabric was right there on the doorstep, but cleared out of there by Midwest United. Ferguson will come back and tap it down to Barnett. Barnett. Ferguson's back open on the wing. Instead crosses inside. Fennick holding. Takes a bump. Turning. Leaving it right side. For Riley Schultz. Schultz crosses into Fabric. Fabric tried to one-touch it down. That gave Midwest United an opportunity to clear it away. Again, Calhoun pushing up the defense for Michigan Jaguars. Really pushing up into the attacking half. And then a long ball played that was finally able to be grabbed by the keeper. Midwest United with a chance to settle it down for a moment. Yoder with a goal kick into the center circle. Midwest United sends it ahead. Peasley trying to run on it, cannot. Ball played back into the box to Callie Rich, who will drive it up the right sideline and out of play. Throw in for Midwest United. First, the substitution. Alexandra Kobakov goes off. And then for Midwest United, we'll have subs as well. Lainey Peasley checks out, as does Alexis Punstein. So they change up their front line here. Bring in fresh attackers, Madison Dudley. Jaguars try to play it ahead. Fennick taps it down to Swigard. Here comes Swigard on the move. Swigard tries to build the attack. Lost it in the midfield. Sent the other way. Calhoun heads it back in deep. Ball's going to get free through the end and up to Emi Takada. Takada cuts it back to Bubnar. Bubnar has it stolen away. Headed back in. Fabric turning right. Over to Takada. Ahead for Bubnar. Bubnar's going to cut one back and is tripped up. Just outside the box. And so a dangerous free kick opportunity coming here for the Michigan Jaguars. It'll be a tough angle from outside the box on the right. But a chance to try to swing one in there and see if you can get a head on it and put it home. Fabric appears to be the player who will take the free kick. Defender standing in close there, now being backed up. That's Anna Morgan. Official on the far side moving her back. Fabric to take the free kick. Here it comes. Driven in high. Punched out of there by Yoder. Still loose in the box. Comes to Ferguson. Ferguson with a tough angled shot that goes all the way across the field. And Fabric will chase it down and keep it in play. And then Fabric will send it into the box, and it'll be cleared out of there by Midwest United. Grace Johnson finally able to send it out of trouble. Boy, Yoder is very aggressive as a goalkeeper. We've seen a few times now where she has gone up there to punch that ball away. Substitution for the Jaguars. Riley Schultz is out. Mary Koji is in. Jaguars to throw in. Definitely have had the run of play in their end much more here in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Here's Calhoun with the takeaway. Now a move. Calhoun driving it in, sending it across low. Ferguson with a touch. The shot by Takada is blocked. Back to Ferguson and finally cleared out of harm's way. Boy, both teams have done a great job of blocking shots in this game. Here's Calhoun again. Calhoun slides it right side. Now into the middle. Takada with a touch back to Calhoun. Her drive is deflected by a Midwest United player. And here comes Midwest United. Trying to work forward. Coming up to stop it is Ash. She poked it away from Hannah Bowling. Midwest United turns back to recollect. In their own half being pressured, Natalie Graff. In the middle it goes to Maya Cole. Cole sends it up the left flank. It's deflected by Ash, headed down by Ash. Now Calhoun fires it forward. Brought in there by Fennick. Can't turn with it. Instead deflected away to Midwest United. 3-on-4. Working to the middle. Crossing it. Now a nice one-touch pass and unable to get a real good foot on it that time. That was a good setup. Hannah Bowling sliding it across, but Madison Dudley couldn't get good foot on it. First time Midwest United's really had a decent pressure in a while. Still scoreless as we play now in the 37th minute. Callie Rich, goal kick to Ferguson, tries to chest it down. Couldn't do it, but off of a Midwest United player and out. That was last touched by Hannah Bowling. Throw in, Barnett to do the honors. Flick down with a head. Touched on by Fennick with a header. Into the box. coming back to play it and turning it out of play, but beyond the goal line for a corner kick. So a bit of a mistake there. Ball cleared out of trouble eventually by Megan Prisby, but corner kick opportunity coming for the Michigan Jaguars. Somebody's got to take it. Who is it going to be? Fabric. Fabric sets it up for a right foot cross. Here it comes towards the near post. Headed into the box and then scoring. A good goal. The Michigan Jaguars. It's Rachel Swigard poking the loose ball from the box in. And the Michigan Jaguars, who have had the more dangerous looks in the last 15 to 20 minutes, finally get rewarded. 39th minute for that goal from Swigard. And Jaguars have the 1-0 advantage. Midwest United, well, both teams will make some substitutions. Swigard, the goal scorer, will come off for the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Midwest United, Grace Avery comes out, replaced by Lindsay Herdsman. New player in for the Jaguars is number 6, Carly Schwinke. 1-0, Jaguars on the board first. Midwest United off the kickoff. And it's taken away by Takata. Now sent down for Calhoun, who heads it forward. And then kind of pinballed around, chested down by Bowling, but then taken away. Takata in the middle to Ferguson. Ferguson looks for room. Ferguson starts forward. Tries to send it ahead and just out of the reach of a sprinting Emily Engler. Emma Yoder will have a goal kick opportunity here. A lot of traffic on the goal line. And somehow that shot from Swigard was able to find a way. Ball headed a couple of times and now brought in far side by Koji. Koji trying to turn it ahead, defended by Cole. Cole able to knock it out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Jaguars. Long throw in off the head of a Midwest United player, I believe, which will give us another corner kick opportunity. So the Jaguars who just scored on a set piece a couple of minutes ago. Chance to get another one right now on a set piece from the opposite corner. It'll be Anna Fabric to send the ball in. Last time it was a drive low to the near post. It was deflected right into the middle of the box, and Swigard was able to get a foot on it and send it home. What does Fabric do this time? It's a high swinging again to the near post, and we're going to have a foul for offsides, so no chance there. Ball sent ahead, and now a through ball. We've got an opportunity here for Midwest United. On the run, a long shot with the keeper way out of the box, and a good save by Callie Rich. That was Madison Dudley who took the shot. Might have had a little more time to try to move in and get a little closer, but felt like she had what she wanted. Callie Rich was up to the task. Here's another cross by United into the box. Calhoun able to clear it out with a left foot. Going back to get it for Midwest United, Lindsay Herdsman. Herdsman has it again, trying to pop it forward and off on the angle to go out of play. Throw in for the Michigan Jaguars. Takata lost control. Midwest United unable to really do much with it. Now sent ahead to Fenech in midfield. Fenech slides it across. Coming on to get it. Koji. Back to the middle. Calhoun up in support near midfield will spin and give it back to Sarah Ash. Ash will switch it left side. Schwinke into the center. Fight for it there. Comes loose. United able to turn and get it out. Ash will run it down and just tow it back to Rich in the box. The goalkeeper now sends it away deep up the right side. That ball pinballs off a couple of heads. Still loose as Fabric tries to run on top of it and does. Fabric has it taken away. Anna Morgan slides it over to Hannah Bowling. Bowling looks for an angle on Barnett, doesn't have it. Barnett will turn it forward up the left side and just out of play near midfield. But good defensive work by Larissa Barnett. 44th minute, just a little bit to go here in the first half. A 1-0 game. Michigan Jaguars goal from Swigard in the 39th minute. Herdsman tried to head it down. Now it's popped forward and Fenech tries to turn on top of it. Midwest United able to push back, now clear ahead. 1-on-2. In the midfield, Grace Johnson switches it forward left, tapped on. This is Bowling. Dudley, rather, can't come up with it. Loose ball in midfield, taken away by Ferguson, Elizabeth Ferguson, controlling it there. Plays it back to Ash. Ash switches it forward left. Herdsman comes up with a steal. Herdsman over midfield. Herdsman slides it up the right side. Nice pass onto the foot of a teammate. Crossing towards the left side of the box. It was intended for Anna Morgan. Bowling on the cross. Rich comes up and takes it away. And now boots it away. Fenech tries to run on top of it. Headed out of there by Rebecca Mindling. Brought back down by the Jaguars, though. Fenech on the right side. A fight for it over there. Emily Engler tries to win it. Cannot. But it'll be out off Natalie Graff. And a throw in for the Jaguars with the 1-0 lead. Approaching the end of the opening half in this girls U18 MSYSA Fall State Cup Championship match. Into stoppage time now here in this half. Did have the injury very early on for Alexis Chatreau. Jaguars off the throw in. Ferguson turning with it. Tries to take on three defenders. Is tripped up. And a free kick is whistled in a dangerous spot here. Maybe a last gasp opportunity here at the end of the first half for the Jaguars to double their lead. Fabric has been the one taking these free kicks. She is there, but so is number 6, Carly Schwinke. Which one of them will take it as they back the wall up to the edge of the box? Takata is open in the middle of the field if they want to go for a pass. Now she's marked up. It'll be Fabric leaving it for Schwinke with a little drive in there, and Yoder right on her line, able to make that catch. Got to be close to the end of the first half here as Yoder holds it in the box. Ferguson knocks it down at midfield, and there you go. There is the whistle for the end of the first half. 45 minutes in, the Michigan Jaguars have the only goal, Rachel Swigard, in the 39th minute, giving the Jaguars the 1-0 lead over Midwest United. Halftime is here. We'll be back with the second half after this.
Sports are hard, and they're meant to be. But that shouldn't include registering players and ordering uniforms. Coaches and parents spend far too much time dealing with the logistics of sports. and not enough time on what really matters. At Dick's, we believe there should be more time for coaches to coach, parents to cheer, and kids to play. Years ago, we revolutionized the sporting goods shopping experience. And now, we're revolutionizing the world of youth sports through Dick's Team Sports HQ, where league officials can set up league websites, design uniforms, and create a fanwear shop that raises money for their league. No more uniform boxes taking up a ton of space. In one online transaction, parents can take care of all their kids' team sports needs, from registration fees, buying uniforms and fanwear, to gear recommended by coaches. And it's all shipped directly to their home. Plus, our new Team Sports app will let you view team schedules in real time, get field information, and communicate instantly with other parents and coaches. Team Sports HQ even offers sponsorships and donations to teams that qualify. It's our way of making sure they'll be competing for years to come. Dick's Team Sports HQ is changing the world of youth sports. Team registration, uniforms and fanwear, sponsorships and donations, so now you can spend more time focusing on what truly matters. Sports are hard, and they're meant to be.
You try to ignore it, deny it, shrug it off, but you can't shake it. Something's not right. You forget about it because you think you have to. And now, it's worse. Until you recognize the signs, you can't do anything about it. Unless you know what to look for, concussions can be hard to diagnose.
What happens next is critical. It will set in motion a series of decisions that will have great impact on player safety. And no matter what happens on the field, that's the most important thing. That means following the protocol anytime you suspect a concussion.
When a player experiences a blow to the head, face, or body, immediately check for signs of confusion and unsteadiness. Ask the player if they're experiencing headache, dizziness, or nausea. These might be difficult to see, so take your time. See if they know the score of the game, what happened on the last play, or even the day of the week. Not every sign is immediately visible. Over time, mental and emotional changes, like actions that seem out of character, anxiety, anger, and irritability can develop. If you notice any of these, the player needs to be evaluated by a medical professional. And regardless of how much someone wants to get back on the field, don't let them. Never rush a return to play. Players need to be symptom-free and cleared by a medical professional before they get back out there. Concussions are always going to be hard to see. That's why it's important to recognize the signs.
As a player and as a competitor, I get it. The last thing you want is to be taken out of that match, out of that big game, when you feel a little off. But that's the issue. Because if you feel a little off, if you have any symptoms of concussion, you need to immediately be checked out and see a medical professional. There were times in my career I wasn't honest with my coaches, my teammates, my parents, and it only made things worse. When you recognize the signs and symptoms of a concussion and you do something about it, you are already on the road to recovery. When you do recover from that concussion, you will be 100% confident in returning to play.
Concussions can be hard to recognize, so let's review. When a concussion is suspected, the player should be immediately removed from play. Ask the player if they are experiencing any of these symptoms. Be sure to look for the signs yourself, too. Some might be immediately visible, but others may develop over time. Symptoms may include confusion and slowed responses, or the player being unaware of the game. The player may experience headache, dizziness, nausea, and feeling dazed or foggy. The player may also feel anxious, irritable, angry, or emotional. If diagnosed with a concussion, a player should only return to play when symptom-free and cleared by a medical professional. By elevating player safety, players, coaches, parents, and referees can feel confident in a player's recovery and return to play. For more information on concussion symptoms and protocol, visit recognizetorecover.org.
USU Soccer is the largest youth sports organization in the country, and playing provides opportunities for first-time players as well as future superstars. Everybody starts somewhere, and for over 3 million players every year, USU Soccer is the place to grow and develop.
I think really all life lessons are taught in the game of soccer. You know, they learn how to win in good fashion. They learn how to lose in good fashion. They learn sportsmanship, team skills. So I think really at the end of the day, it's just all the above. They have fun. They learn good life skills out of the game.
It's important to give back to community, and it's important to help kids in our communities develop in a very positive way. And soccer provides the tools to help that happen.
You cannot measure what self-confidence can do. A confident child will turn into a confident adult, and there's no stopping them. Anything they put their eyes on, they're able to achieve.
I first fell in love with the game of soccer when I was about 6 years old. My parents signed me up for a youth league, and I love running around and scoring goals and doing all the fun things, sliding and kicking the ball. So that was the beginning of it, and I try and cast my mind back to those days when things get tough.
U.S. Youth Soccer definitely helped me get to the highest level and where I am today. And that included my club team in Cal South ODP, Region 4 ODP, just being able to have those opportunities to help me grow and always playing at a consistently high level at the youth program. That's what helped me get to that next level.
My favorite memory from youth soccer would have to be club soccer growing up. I was fortunate enough to play from I think U10s, U9s to U18s with the same core of like 12 individuals, and to this day they're some of my best friends in the world. To this day I still keep in touch with my youth coach. I consider him one of my closest friends, and I feel I learned a lot, and it was a relationship I really made it worthwhile.
You can't ever have success without remembering how you got there. I only am here because I've had so many other people in my life give to me when they didn't have to. Soccer coaches, my parents. I believe that it's the only right thing to do, to always go back to where you started. Always go back to the people who helped you, thank them, and then go back and try to help other people achieve the level of success that you have.
I like playing competitive soccer because it gives me something to be really proud of, and that I know that I'm putting my effort into something and that I'm really getting results out of it. I love my team and I love playing, so the whole thing, it can be hard, but it's 100% worth it, and it just gives you something, a purpose.
Second half set to get underway in this girls U18 MSYSA Fall State Cup final. Michigan Jaguars in the green jerseys with black shorts. They're going left to right in the second half. They have the 1-0 lead over Midwest United FC, which is in the royal blue uniforms, going right to left. Midwest United had a couple of beautiful chances early in the game, had 2 shots cleared off the goal line by a defender, Sarah Ash. And they got their only goal on a set piece. Corner kick deflected into the middle of the box, and Rachel Swigard put it home to give them the 1-0 advantage. So that's where we are as the second half is now underway. 45 more minutes of regulation. If we're tied after that, we'll go to overtime. Maya Cole with a long ball ahead. Brought in near midfield by Takata. Here she comes with a little speed moving forward. Now cuts towards the middle. Takata creating some space. Slides it over right for Emily Engler. And now this ball goes out of play. And it'll be a ball to Midwest United as it's last touched by the Michigan Jaguars. Free kick just at the edge of the goal box. Down near midfield over the head of a defender, and now flicked on with a head. Played back into her own end, to her own keeper by Riley Schultz. Now the Jaguars turn it the other way. Crashing into the defender, Engler. Right side it goes for Swigard, the goal scorer. Swigard plays it to Engler. And she couldn't collect that pass. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Midwest United ball on a throw-in. No, actually, it'll be a free kick, excuse me. Into the center it goes to Prisby. Tries to drive it forward up the middle. Takata intercepts. Jaguars got a chance now. Long shot, just high over the bar. That was Swigard looking for her second. Midwest United, the team trailing right now 1-0. They've been on their heels here in the early moments of this second half. Emma Yoder remains in goal. Here's another steal, Swigard, and now Engler. Engler tries to turn the corner. Good hustle back there, and the ball knocked out of play by Rebecca Mindling. It'll go out over the sideline for a throw-in. Throw-in goes short and then banged out of play. Once again by Midwest United. It'll be another throw-in. Schultz will do the honors this time. Again, trying to go short to Engler. Engler in the corner. Defended one-on-one. Here comes Help. Taken away by that Help defense and then cleared out of play. That was good work. Ashley Ward came back in as the second defender there. And Midwest United with a throw-in. They've got possession back. Trying to throw it long up the sideline. Here comes Calhoun. Again, she is deep into the attacking end. Calhoun crossing it into the middle. And with a right foot, that shot wide. It's Carly Schwenke who had that chance set up by Calhoun. Calhoun's got a real good sense of when to move forward, try to push the attack. The goal kick not taken by the goalie. Bombed deep into the center circle, headed there by Koji, and now brought in by Schwinke. Into the middle it goes. It's going to be a takeaway there from Maya Cole. Over to Herdsman. Herdsman plays it forward. It's going to go beyond everybody and roll all the way on the right sideline, down, and then across finally for a throw in for Michigan Jaguars. 1-0, they lead it. Here's Takata, flicking it on with a header. Now Midwest United able to push it back into the Jaguars' end. And now winning the ball in midfield, Midwest United has it. They send it down. Defender falls down. Little opening there for Ashley Ward, but great recovery. And then a clearance down. That was Riley Schultz, the defender, who fell down and then got up and made the play anyway. Swigard tried to keep it in along the sideline, could not. It'll be a throw in for Midwest United. That ball knocked out by Engler. So Midwest United will throw it in again. Graff. Long throw ahead. Calhoun comes up to try to take it away. Nearly does. Loose ball curled forward by the Jaguars rather. And it'll get all the way out of play for a goal kick. And it'll be one of the defenders for Midwest United who takes that goal kick, sending it ahead off the foot of Ward. And now Takata has it for the Jaguars. Takata drives it in, and Swigert just missed a touch on that ball. Yoder would have had no chance. She is fortunate that that ball ended up in her mitts. Long ball played down and then cleared out along the side by Schultz. That ball missed the foot of Swigert by 3 inches. Long throw in, headed, and then headed by Michigan Jaguars. Turned ahead by Engler. Swigert is onside. 1-on-1. Here comes Swigert looking for her second, and she missed it wide. Trying to go near post and hit it outside the frame. So it's still just a 1-0 game, but the Michigan Jaguars feels like the field's tilted a little bit towards their end. They continue to push for that second goal. Takata heads it from midfield. Swigert puts a noggin on it. Now it's Schwinke. Schwinke stops. Tries to fake past the defender and then knocks her down. Megan Prisby able to keep that from being a dangerous situation. And Rebecca Mindling, who has been handling a lot of these goal kicks, will now take the free kick from just outside her own box. Long ball ahead, headed out of there. Ferguson back in, I believe. No, excuse me, that was Koji who headed that one down for the Jaguars. Looks like we'll have our first substitution of the second half. Megan Prisby coming off. And coming in, Grace Avery to replace her. Jaguars throw in, leading 1-0. And just in the game, Avery gets her head on that throw-in attempt. Sends it out of play. Jaguars will throw it in again. one's going to get all the way through into the box. Mindling has to clear that dangerous one out of there. Koji plays it down. Gets it back, switches it in the middle to Takata. Takata spinning. Lost it. Midwest United with the turnover. Calhoun coming in to try to take it right back. Here she is again, pushing up. That ball is cleared out down the field by Maya Cole. Long throw in. Engler can't come up with it. Cole now. Back in the middle to Herdsman. Herdsman drives one low. This will get all the way down. Sarah Ash will chase it way back to the outside of the box on the left. And now Ash will drive it to midfield. Swigert gets a toe on it, but a high kick, a dangerous play with the foot up. Here comes Midwest United quickly. They put it back in play. And trying to win that ball into the corner and unable to do so. That was Anna Morgan. But it will be off of the Jaguars, and it will set up a corner kick opportunity for Midwest United. Looking for the equalizer. Early here in the second half. Morgan will take the free kick, or the corner kick rather. Here it comes. High, top of the box, headed out. Takata, I think, got it. Swigert will settle it. Swigert, quick first step. Swigert on the run. Has Engler ahead of her on the right. Swigert still with it. Continues to keep possession. Now look for help. Here comes the trailer. That's Schultz. Schultz working against the defense of Ashley Ward. Ward able to win it. And now Midwest United tries to go the other way against the run of play. Natalie Graff. Miscommunication. Calhoun will bomb it. It goes off the ceiling. I asked the officials what that means. When the ball hits the ceiling, what you end up with is an indirect free kick. And they don't call that this time. They'll just give the throw in to Midwest United. Ball played ahead by Ward. And then knocked out of play, last touched by the Jaguars. Nope, last touched by Midwest United. It'll be a throw in for Michigan Jaguars. They have the lead here in the 57th minute. Here's Engler, can't connect. And out of play it goes to Midwest United. Graff will throw it in. Long up the left sideline. Calhoun defending there. The ball won and played to the middle. Now working it to the right side, Hollingsworth. Macy Hollingsworth. Lost it in her feet a little bit. Slides it ahead. This is Anna Morgan. Morgan has it taken away. But the ball goes right to Grace Avery. Avery will drive one and playing it by the near post. That ball was probably wide of the goal. But Callie Rich played it anyway. Take no chances with a 1-0 lead. Rich bombs it to midfield. Little flick on there. Attempted but unsuccessful by Midwest United. Here comes Engler. Quick touch for Swigert. Herdsman will come all the way to tap it into her own end to her goalkeeper, Emma Yoder. Yoder ahead to Herdsman. Herdsman drives it forward. Right side. Ash will go get it for Michigan Jaguars and just bang it back down the other end. Midwest United collects. Spinning with it and losing it. Coming up Takata. Takata was shoved down. And a yellow card is shown for that contact. It's going to be Macy Hollingsworth. Maybe a little frustration there from Hollingsworth. She picks up the yellow card. One more of those and she would be done for the day. Here's Ash driving one ahead. And onside but unable to come up with a good opportunity for the header. Now a turn and a cross that is cleared out by Midwest United. It was Raina Edwards who was trying to get that shot off. Now Midwest United able to clear. Here comes Schultz trying to put a head on it. It goes midfield. Turned over to Takata. Sent back quickly in by Koji for Schwinke. They can't connect. And now Ash pounds it out of play before Madison Dudley could do anything with it. Midwest United looks like they're going to make some changes. Correct myself, I've had a goaltender change for Michigan Jaguars after Callie Rich played the first half. Here comes Schwinke up the left side trying to get on that one. Herdsman will turn it the other way. It is Patil Chalokia, who is now in the net. So Chalokian replacing Callie Rich. Throw in for Michigan Jaguars. Swigard has it. Swigard will send it to the middle. Cleared out. Right back, though, taken in. And a drive that was blocked, and now it's pinballed around a little bit. Hollingsworth tries to send it ahead. Fight for it over there. And the ball goes out of play. Alexis Ponstein is back in for Midwest United. The ball is off of the defender Riley Schultz. Throw in. Goes to Dudley. Now ball loose in the middle. Good touch there from Ponstein. Hollingsworth has it swiped by Takata. Then she is drilled by a hard kick from the back. It was Koji, I believe, who powered that ball right into Hollingsworth, and it hit her in the hand, and so they put it down at the spot. Right near the center circle, Ash to drive it in. Long ball, Swigert gets a head on it, taps it left. Schwinke trying to come in on that one. Grace Avery defending and just clearing it away out of play. It will stay in as Samantha Williams back in the game tries to turn with it and plays it off the Michigan Jaguars defender out of play. So a throw in for Midwest United. Avery long up the sideline. Ash knocked it down. Ash again heads it down at midfield. Hollingsworth turning it forward. It's a race to the ball now between Barnett and Williams, and it'll be won by Barnett. Williams will just get a touch on it, but it goes over the end line. Jaguars have a 1-0 lead. Midwest United has not really threatened very much here in this second half. 63rd minute, so about a third of the way through. Just past a third of the way through the second half. Far side, throw in deep in their own end for the Jaguars. Gets past everybody. Grace Avery plays it down ahead to Hollingsworth. Now in the middle of the field. A little volley flick on. This one is going to be played by Chalokian. Coming up to get that one out of trouble. Now Chalokian will boot it away. Towards the right side. Engler fights for it there. Coming away with it, Graff for Midwest United. Graff will flick it forward and able to run on it over there, and collect it is Ponstein. Ponstein now cuts it to the middle. Ponstein stops, tries to go back on it, falls down, regains possession. Ponstein, with help coming, again tries to work to the middle. Over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth with a left foot blast. It is taken and saved by Chalokian near the top left corner. Best chance Midwest United has had in a while. And Chalokian up to the task. Keeps it a 1-0 game. Now pounds it forward. Played back high in the air. Fought for in midfield. Hollingsworth going to end up with it. Turns it ahead, and that was a good idea. Dudley looking for Ponstein. They just missed the connection. Chalokian now has it. And we'll pick it up. Might have been a handball there. It looked like it hit the hand of Swigard. No call. Swigard now trying to chase it down right side. Can't keep it in play. Throw in for Midwest United, but before that, substitution. Carly Schwenke comes off for the Michigan Jaguars, replaced by Hannah Elizabeth Ferguson. And Madison Dudley goes to the bench for Midwest United. Still Midwest United ball. They'll have another throw in. Nice little give and go along the side, and then Schultz coming up to help with the defense. Herdsman in the middle, sends it forward. Here's Samantha Williams. Chasing back Ferguson to get in front of her. Williams tries to stop and cut it back. Ferguson defending well. Forces the ball out of play. Great work by Elizabeth Ferguson, who raced back there to get in front of Williams. And we'll have another substitution. Emily Engler will check out. Engler is going to play at the next level at Valparaiso next year. Senior in high school this year. And Engler comes off. And back in the game is Sophie Bubnar. Bubnar trying to turn and come up with that ball. It's pounded the other way by Mindling. Hollingsworth flicks it forward for Williams. Williams saves it into the corner and touched out of play there. It'll be a throw in for Midwest United. Got the ball deep in the Jaguars' end here. Lainey Peasley is back in the game for Midwest United. She puts a head on the ball there, and it goes out of play. That'll be a goal kick. Halfway through the second half. 1-0 Michigan Jaguars with the lead. Chalokian. Low drive headed down, and this might give Midwest United a chance. Bumping there, Calhoun and Ponstein. Ponstein to Peasley. Peasley with a weak shot that got through, and Chalokian just stopped it with the foot. Chalokian to kick it away again. Here's Swigard. She was bumped as she kind of hesitated to take on that ball, bumped down by the defender. I believe that was Grace Johnson. And that'll set up a free kick opportunity for Michigan Jaguars in the Midwest United end. Sarah Ash will once again take it. United has a two-player wall. She'll send it across to Schultz. Schultz into the middle. It's Swigard with a right foot on it. Actually, Takata, I believe, got that shot instead. And Yoder was able to get to it. Now here's Grace Johnson. Midwest United. Jaguars playing very conservatively. They've got plenty of people back. Graff trying to turn with it and run up against Raina Edwards. And Raina Edwards will kick it out of play, and we'll have a goal kick opportunity here for Midwest United. Ponstein will be the one to come over and take it. Michigan Jaguars scored their goal on a set piece from this corner in the first half. Midwest United looking for the equalizer. Here's a high kick towards the middle of the box. It's headed down. It's loose there. A shot is blocked. Calhoun clears it out. Herdsman inside the center circle, feeds it over to the right. And Grace Avery saves it to Williams. Williams battling over there against Barnett. Ball goes out of play. And it'll go to, I believe, well, we're going to have a substitution is what we're going to have. That's why we stopped. It's Midwest United ball, but a substitution as Mary Koji goes out for Michigan Jaguars. And back in is Mason Fenech. Herdsman able to save that ahead to Williams along the right side. Williams, we've got an offside flag up. So Michigan Jaguars will throw it in. Larissa Barnett lobbing it. Swigard's going to bring it in. Swigard middle of the field. Tries to play it through for Bubnar. Taken away by Midwest United. Grace Johnson tripped up by Swigard. Johnson works it back. Swigard recovers. Turns. Left foot pass to Takata. Takata cuts it back in the middle. And now has it taken away from her. But given right back by Midwest United. Here is Bubnar. Ahead for Fenech. Cleared out of there by Midwest United. It'll be a throw in. Raina Edwards will leave it for Riley Schultz. Long throw. Gets all the way to Fenech. Fenech and Bubnar over there 2-on-2 with a couple of Midwest FC defenders. Bubnar knocked down. Foul is whistled. Free kick will be given. Riley Schultz looks like will come over and take the free kick. Jaguars looking for that second goal that would give them a cushion. Schultz drives it into the middle. Whoa, what a flick. Just wide. I think it was Swigard who got a foot on it. Great effort. Just wide. Still 1-0. 73rd minute. Midwest United starting to have the clock be its enemy a little bit in this game as well. There's a nice back heel flick on from Peasley to Ponstein. Ponstein in the middle. Williams back out right for Ponstein. Ponstein wants to turn the corner, now cuts it back to the middle. It's knocked away from her. Sent back near midfield, Grace Avery. Up to Williams, one-on-one. Williams, outside foots it, lost it. Ferguson has it. Ferguson with a long pass ahead for Fenech. Knocked away from her for a moment. Swigard, she'll take it. Swigard, oh, what a look to Bubnar. Bubnar has a teammate in the middle. Bubnar tries to size up Herdsman. Bubnar lost it. She had a player open in the middle of the field if she could have cut it back. Jaguars pressing for that second goal. Midwest United needs one to tie. Long ball played ahead and then just hit out of bounds off the foot of Raina Edwards. Here's a throw-in. That's flicked on by Grace Johnson. Takata for the Jaguars comes back to get it. Johnson steals away from her. Johnson tries to push forward against Takata. Takata with a steal. And then her pass is knocked right back to Grace Johnson. Johnson with some nifty work on the side. Sends it into the middle. Probst back ahead looking for Graff. And it's out of play. It'll go to the Jaguars. 2/3 of the way through the second half. 1-0 Michigan Jaguars with the lead. 39th minute goal from Rachel Swigard is the only score. Swigard nearly had another one on a little volley effort off a free kick a few moments ago. Here's Chalokian. Loose at midfield. Headed on by Swigard. Herdsman comes all the way back. It'll go into the box where Yoder can play it. Yoder will send it with a foot to Herdsman. Herdsman's long drive is towed out of the air by Bubnar. Throw in. Finds a little space. Probst crosses it right side. Williams is over there. And Ferguson with nice work to knock it away. And now Ferguson collects on the far side. Is tripped up by Williams. And the ball goes out of play. I'll call it a free kick opportunity. Sarah Ash once again will take it. Midwest United heads it out. Calhoun flying up through midfield. Sends it forward for the Jaguars. Bubnar trying to get on top of it. Bubnar boxes out the defender. Nice turn with a left heel. Bubnar to the middle. Bubnar with a left foot drive. Yoder is there. Didn't get enough on that one to really threaten Yoder. But every minute spent in that end of the field keeps the Jaguars away from conceding what would be a tying goal. Calhoun in the back. She will bang it forward. Swigard tried to tow it down, could not. Flicked on. Bubnar fights for it. And loses it, but contact as Bubnar went to the ground. And a pushing foul is called. This game's starting to be a little bit more physical here as the time presses. Midwest United knows it needs a tying goal. Riley Schultz drives it in deep. Pinballed around. Swigard comes up with it. Swigard turns. Her shot is off Herdsman and all the way over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for the Michigan Jaguars. They scored their goal on a corner kick opportunity in the first half. Bubnar appears to be the player who will put it in from here in the near right corner. Swigard was the goal scorer. She's in the middle of the box. Here's the ball driven in. Ash flying in looking for a header, collides with a Midwest United player. A whistle and a foul. That might have been head-to-head contact or elbow to head as Ash came slicing in there looking for the header. And the trainer for Midwest United is going to have to come out. As the young lady remains seated about 6 yards in front of her goal. Probably not head-to-head contact because Ash seems to be okay. Might have been more of a shoulder or elbow from Ash that caught the head of that defender for Midwest United. In the 80th minute, so 10 minutes left of regulation time, plus expect now a little bit of stoppage time at the end. Midwest United needs a goal, trailing 1-0. From this position, I cannot see the number of the player who is down there for Midwest United. She remains in a seated position there as the trainer speaks with her. Now being helped up. And it is number 18. That is Macy Hollingsworth. So Hollingsworth will have to come out of this game, at least briefly, it appears. It's a slow walk right now for Hollingsworth. Back towards the far bench area. Her team trails 1-0. The U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series, of which this is a part, provides more than 10,000 teams from USYSA's 55 state associations the opportunity to showcase their abilities against the best in the nation while emphasizing teamwork, discipline, and fair play. This is a year-long competition beginning with 185,000 players in the U.S. Youth Soccer State Championships. The champions and wildcard teams that are selected through the U.S. Youth Soccer Regional Leagues advance to compete in one of 4 U.S. Youth Soccer Regional Championships. Champions from each regional event advance to the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. The under 14 through under 18 boys and girls age groups have 4 teams representing the U.S. Youth Soccer National League, in which the top 2 teams in each gender age group division earn a direct path to the national championships. Overall, the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship Series provides the nation's top collegiate coaches with the premier stage to identify and scout the most coveted players in the country. Midwest United with possession. They trail by a goal. Samantha Williams working outside. Ferguson took it away, but it got to Grace Johnson. Up the right sideline, again Ferguson is there, and again Ferguson taking it away. It squirts free. Jaguars have it. Nearly a break opportunity, but it's bounded the other way. Samantha Williams ahead for Peasley. Peasley is on it just at the edge of the box on the left. Now it's crossed into the middle. Towed down there. A shot. Deflected partially, I think, by Calhoun and fielded right in the middle of the goal mouth by Shalokian. So Midwest United got itself a little opportunity there. They're pushing for the tying goal. Shalokian drives it to midfield. It's cleared out of there. That was Hannah Bowling with a foot out. Substitution coming for the Michigan Jaguars. Takata is out. And a Fabric back in for the Michigan Jaguars. Here comes a throw in. It's down there. Fight for it. Finneck. Now Ferguson. Ferguson drives it off a Midwest United player, sent back to Fabric. Fabric forward and played out off of the Midwest United player. Throw in. Throw in for Michigan Jaguars. Grace Johnson puts it down with a foot. Sent right back towards the middle. Headed out of trouble. Johnson can't collect that one. Second try sends it ahead. Ponstein knees it. Graff collects it. Graff with a left foot drives it down the field. Going to get it to Williams. She can't keep it in play. That was not Williams. That was Peasley trying to get on that. It'll be a throw in deep in their own end for the Michigan Jaguars. Into the 85th minute. Here's the loose ball over to Grace Avery. Avery slides it away from Ferguson over to Samantha Williams. Williams turns on Barnett. Williams works to the end line. Crosses it off of Barnett. It's going to be a corner kick opportunity for Midwest United. They need a goal, trailing 1-0. They had great chances in the first half, and Sarah Ash, a defender, cleared 2 balls off the line as the goalkeeper, Callie Rich, was out of position. Here's a ball driven in. A head on it. Peasley, I think. And it was driven wide. That was a really good cross. And Peasley got a head on it, but directed it wide right of the goal. Time, the enemy of Midwest United and the friend of Michigan Jaguars. Chalokian in no hurry. Drives one forward. Headed back by Midwest United. Ponstein plays it back to Johnson. Johnson sends it forward. Nobody there. Peasley tries to chase it down, and Calhoun will just send it out of play over the sideline for a throw-in. Here's Graff. Turning, trying to cross. It was deflected. Finette comes to get it. Finette will drop it back, and it's cleared out of play. Raina Edwards just driving it into the side. Here's Raina again, this time. Actually, that was Bubnar with a head on it to clear it away. Sets up a free kick. Riley Schultz will take it. Final minutes of regulation. Maybe a little bit of stoppage time left. Midwest United needs a goal. Swigard taps it through all the way into the box. Yoder will play it there. Swigard, the goal scorer, is going to play her college soccer at Columbus State University. That's a good flick on there from Ponstein, but then it's turned over at midfield. Swigard has it. Swigard to Bubnar, racing up the right side. Bubnar toes it right, fires a shot. That's off the butt of the defender, Natalie Graff. And out of play, last touched by Midwest United. Tick, 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 tick. Midwest United, in the 88th minute, trailing, needs a goal. Right now the ball is deep in their own end with the Jaguars pushing for a second one. Here's Finette. Sets it back to Swigard. Crosses. Nobody home at the back post. Grace Avery will run it all the way down over there. Avery will slide it ahead. Over pass intended to go ahead. It was just knocked down by Ferguson. Now Avery will slide it up the right side, but right to a Michigan Jaguar. Good tap away by Midwest United. Hannah Bowling. Into the middle it goes, Peasley. Now it's Grace Johnson. Opportunity here for Midwest United against the run of play. Johnson trying to angle to the left. Has it taken away. Johnson got it back. Johnson turns. Slides it in the middle. Picked up there by Bowling. Bowling sends it across for Williams. It's cleared out of there. Finette got a touch on it. Finette to Swigard. Bounced back in deep in the Jaguars' end and cleared out of there by Bubnar all the way down the field. Hustling back to touch it, Brianna Probst. And all Probst can do is knock it out of bounds. Finette will go off as the Jaguars make a substitution. They lost one of their players right at the beginning of this game, Alexis Chatreau. Chatreau was going to play at the next level at Michigan Tech. Injured a foot early in this game and never returned to the contest. There's a throw ahead. Calhoun heads it out. Bowling collects in midfield. Over to Grace Avery. Avery near midfield. Avery crosses on Ferguson but lost the ball. It's just pounded away out of bounds. Kobakov drilling it outside. Ahead it goes again to Avery. Kobakov smashes into Avery, knocks the ball out of play. All the Jaguars want to do is keep this ball far away from their net as possible. They have the 1-0 lead. Bowling to the middle, Grace Johnson. Johnson with a nice little cut. Lost it. Bowling's right there. Bowling sends it to Probst. Probst on the move. Probst right sides it, and it's cleared all the way down the field. Kobakov did it. Yoder way up to play it to Herdsman. Herdsman near the center circle. Drives one in the middle. Calhoun will play it down. Her pass ahead deflected off a teammate. Johnson tries to slide forward for Graff. It's not there. Bubnar instead will curl it all the way down the field. Hustling way back to get it with a back heel, and then Swigert comes in to take it away. Swigert keeps it in play at the right side. She's just trying to kill some time now. Swigert in the corner. Swigert in the corner, puts a boot on it, just holds it there. Knocked out of play for a throw-in. We are into stoppage time. Michigan Jaguars 1, Midwest United 0. It's a throw-in for Michigan Jaguars. It's out of play, off Midwest United. And it's going to set up a corner kick opportunity for the Jaguars. They could put it away if they could score again, but they really don't care. They're just trying to waste the time now. Two players over there, Swigert and Fabric. It's tapped to Swigert. Swigert trying to hold it there. Now Fabric. And it's going to be out off of Midwest United. Again, this is just stalling right now for the Michigan Jaguars. They don't care. That's all they need to do is run the clock. Whistle and a foul. Be another throw-in for Michigan Jaguars. Time evaporating away from Midwest United, just waiting for the whistle. As the wind and rain roars outside here at Ultimate Sports Arena. Again, a throw-in. This is got to be frustrating if you're Midwest United. Can't seem to do anything with it. Now they finally say it's off of Michigan Jaguars. Midwest United tries to drive it down the field. Peasley taps it forward, and there's the whistle. Now the whistle is going to be for what happened all the way back here. They got to bring it all the way back to the corner. Ponstein already kicked it from here once. She's gesturing as to why she has to do it again. Gets to Herdsman. Herdsman reverses it all the way to the far right. Ferguson comes up, knocks it away from Avery. It's out of play, last touch by her. Time running out, though, on Midwest United. Bowling can't turn with it. Ferguson stole it away. Gave it back to Kobakov, who just drives it down the field. It's going to get all the way over the end line. Jaguars have the only goal they need as long as they can kill the rest of this clock. Herdsman to take the goal kick. And that's the whistle. The Michigan Jaguars win it on a goal in the 39th minute from Rachel Swigert. Your final score in this girls U18 MSYSA Fall State Cup Final. The Michigan Jaguars won, and Midwest United nothing. Stay with us. We have one more match here on Field 3. It'll be the girls' U14 match starting at 1 o'clock. Your final once again, Michigan Jaguars 1, Midwest United nothing. Michigan Jaguars are the girls U18 champions.
USU Soccer is the largest youth sports organization in the country, and playing provides opportunities for first-time players as well as future superstars. Everybody starts somewhere, and for over 3 million players every year, USU Soccer is the place to grow and develop.
I think really all life lessons are taught in the game of soccer. You know, they learn how to win in good fashion. They learn how to lose in good fashion. They learn sportsmanship, team skills. So I think really at the end of the day, it's just all the above. They have fun. They learn good life skills out of the game.
It's important to give back to community, and it's important to help kids in our communities develop in a very positive way. And soccer provides the tools to help that happen.
You cannot measure what self-confidence can do. A confident child will turn into a confident adult, and there's no stopping them. Anything they put their eyes on, they're able to achieve.
I first fell in love with the game of soccer when I was about 6 years old. My parents signed me up for a youth league, and I love running around and scoring goals and doing all the fun things, sliding and kicking the ball. So that was the beginning of it, and I try and cast my mind back to those days when things get tough.
USU Soccer definitely helps me get to the highest level and where I am today. And I included my club team in Cal South ODP, Region 4 ODP, just being able to have those opportunities to help me grow and always playing at a consistently high level at the youth program. That's what helps me get to that next level.
My favorite memory from youth soccer would have to be club soccer growing up. I was fortunate enough to play from I think U10s, U9s to U18s with the same core of like 12 individuals, and to this day they're some of my best friends in the world. To this day I still keep in touch with my youth coach. I consider him one of my closest friends, and I feel I learned a lot, and it was a relationship I really made it worthwhile.
You can't ever have success without remembering how you got there. I only am here because I've had so many other people in my life give to me when they didn't have to. Soccer coaches, my parents. I believe that it's the only right thing to do, to always go back to where you started. Always go back to the people who helped you, thank them, and then go back and try to help other people achieve the level of success that you have.
I like playing competitive soccer because it gives me something to be really proud of, and that I know that I'm putting my effort into something and that I'm really getting results out of it. I love my team and I love playing, so you know, the whole thing, it can be hard, but it's 100% worth it, and it just gives you something, a purpose in life that you can really put your heart and soul into.